Much for coming. We wanted to talk today about Pandora Avenue and what's going on here, and also particularly to talk about some of the information that we found out about the folk who are living here from a survey we've done, and also to talk about some of the solutions we feel that are available for Pandora Avenue. I think there's not a person in this city who's not deeply concerned and dismayed by what they see on Pandora Avenue, the encampment here. Every day it causes people distress, it causes folk concern and fear. And I think there's probably not a person in this city who doesn't want to see this camp on Pandora gone. And I think no one wants to see it gone more than the people who are actually living here. You know, it's a source of great distress for me and my colleagues every day to witness what's happening here. And frankly, it's a crying shame that anyone in our city should have to live on the pavement of our city. The people on Pandora deserve better than that. And I really feel that as a community, we can do better by them. And in that vein, our place has committed to and is resolved to trying to find every single person who's currently on Pandora a pathway off Pandora by December of this year. To do that, we had to find out what it is that would help people get off Pandora and not just make assumptions. And to that end, my colleagues surveyed every single person who's on Pandora block, all 77 of them. And we have a by name list, which is a list of people by their names. And we know now who they are, what age they are, how long they've been homeless, what brought them here, and most importantly, what would help them get off the block. What is it? We actually asked that question. What would it take for you to get off the block? And every single person answered that. And we got some very interesting information from that. The first piece that really struck me was that 0% of people said they wanted to stay on the block. I think there's a bit of a myth out there that people want to be on the block and they want to stay here. They don't. Every single person wanted off the block. But everyone recognized that they had a series of challenges to getting off. 95% of the people we talked to identified as having mental health and or addiction challenges and needing support in that area if they were to successfully find a pathway off Pandora. 82% had physical health problems that were unattended. You know, that's something that's often forgotten about living rough. It does terrible damage to your body. And we also found that a high percentage of people living on the block here on Pandora were older than people might assume. 23% of people over 50 years old. So we know that also that the affordability of housing is a massive barrier. Folk living on the block currently simply do not have the income to pay for rent in our city. And affordability combined with mental health and addiction challenges are the core challenges that are facing folk on this block and the core barriers to getting off the block. So now we know what it would take to get folk off the block, and we know it from them. And the next step in our mind is to work together to help them find a pathway off Pandora. You know, the situation, the camps on Pandora, often blame for that is often laid at the feet of our place, which is a great frustration for us because we're one of the charities that is working every single day to try and help people out of poverty and out of homelessness. And we want folk more than anyone, frankly, off Pandora, out of their tents and into homes. But we can't do it alone. We've taken the first step today, which is to find out what it would take to get people off Pandora. and we know what those things are. But we now need to work with our partners in government, provincial government, and the health authority particularly, and in housing, and also our partners in the city and in the police service, all of who have expressed a desire to end these encampments as well, to work together to effect a solution for the people who are living in this situation, this unacceptable situation. And I truly believe that we can achieve that. After all, it's only 77 people. We're not talking the tens of thousands of people that you see in San Francisco and other cities. I think this is perfectly solvable if we work together and everyone brings their particular piece of the solution to the table. I believe we're bringing our piece of the solution, which is the outreach, the building the relationship with the people who are living rough, because if you don't have a relationship with folk, it's very hard to get solutions for them, and it's even harder for them to move into those solutions. So we have those relationships, we know what folk need, and now we need to work with our partners in government, and we will do that over the coming months to try and get a pathway off Pandora for every single person who's currently living on Pandora. That is our aim, that's our commitment, that's our resolution.